Okay, some of you may remember me buying this Can-Am Ryker 900 Sport. I bought it like 15, 16 months ago. Haven't seen it in quite a while, but I've had it back for about a month now, close to a month, and been putting some miles on it. I'm actually going to tell you guys about this story about this thing in a future video here. It's a quite interesting thing. But while I have this piece of crap, because they're not very good, at least my track record with them, they're not very good, I went ahead and figured buy some stuff for it. You know, I bought it, I might as well use it and modify it to my taste. So, company called Sling Mods. This is probably our materials, our directions. Put them over there, and then we bought these, which are aluminum handguard, something like you would find on like a quad. That's generally where you find this kind of stuff. Goes on side to side. Kind of show you a quick thing here. Something like that. Should look something like that. But, yeah. And that tells you everything. And then, for the added protection, they have these hand guards, deflectors. Which is, probably should just put it together and then show you guys. I'm gonna set up the tripod here since it's so windy and just do this on time lapse. I'm not sure how many people will be interested in this, but figured I'd show it. This is what they look like afterwards. I can confirm, went down the road yesterday, more down the road, took 200-mile trip yesterday, and these work very well. Keep the wind off the hands the whole time. I really like that. They're a little chintzy, I will say that about them. This one fits like really good. You can see it fits there, and this one kind of pops out, but it's kind of, from yesterday, it's starting to kind of mold itself back into shape. Hardware is a little bit chintzy as well. Powder coating through all this aluminum made it really rough. It was wanting to basically break everything off. I mean, I ended up having to chase all the threads with the chaser and everything. They didn't do a very good job with that. And you can see some of the stuff in here, but what we had to do was ended up putting this insert here where they make lights for it. If you don't want to run a light, you got to put this in there. That just kind of sits in there. Then this piece goes in over top of it. Literally just screws in there, screws over into here into a chintzy piece of plastic, which don't like that at all. But right now, 200 miles on them and they're working quite well. They're way cheaper than the OEM, and it's working. I haven't got to go through the rain yet, and I don't want to because it's only 40, 50, 65 yesterday. It was really nice. So, but now we got another product. In this box, we got something else to help with wind fatigue. This really took a lot of fatigue off the hands. Now this one's going to take some more fatigue. Now let's take it out. Well, as you can see, we got a windscreen here. Not a real big one. You can buy bigger ones. I'm afraid that even this one's going to look kind of goofy and odd, but it would be nice to block some of the wind off the chest. So we're going to see if this is going to help us any. I think it's going to do all right. I'm a bigger person, so maybe the bigger one would have been better, but you get too big, then you have to look through it, and technically you really don't want to look through these because they're going to be more of give you a really weird illusion, so to speak, when you look through them. It's kind of a weird, weather shaped and all that. Now the flatter ones, they might be better. I don't have a lot of experience with them, so I don't know. So I went with this one, and we're going to install it. Okay, I didn't show much on the guards because my camera went dead. But on this one, I'm going to show you a little bit. Not much. This is really not a how-to. This just simply keep this protective coat on there. Film. That just simply just lays right over to that, right? You put washer on this side and then you bolt through. Washer, then you bolt through. And then you simply just come over here and you tighten into these right here. That's all you have to do. And then you have a windshield on there. I'm going to put it on time lapse. You get to it and I'll show you what it looks like then, guys. And the only tool you're going to need is a 4mm hex head. That's all you're going to need. Just a 4mm, and then with these ones, they were 3mm. So don't really require much tools. We're going to use 1/4 inch. I had to put an adapter on mine. You could just use a hand tighten one too. You don't really need to be that tight. So wind coverage. It's called the Evolution R Touring, so it's a little bit bigger than the Sport one. I'd probably like the Sport one as well because it'd be a little bit smaller for the summertime, which that's what I'm thinking about getting for the summer, because the wind doesn't really bother you quite as much, but it's still nice to have the cut down on your wind fatigue, which that's what makes you tired from riding. I got a little bit of rain coming here. Hopefully it doesn't rain. I want to try to ride yet today. But it looks like it's going to work pretty good. You get a little bit of distortion in this. It needs cleaned up. It has 3 levels. That's your bottom. That's your mid. And then that's your top right there, which covers a good bit of wind. So definitely interested to see how good this thing's going to work. I think it's going to be pretty damn nice. So I'll give you guys a review on my next video of how all these work together, and we'll go from there. It's not really how to do anything, but just kind of wanted to give a little true review on how I feel about these. I did a little bit on these, but I'll let you know how these all work together. I like it. Thanks for watching.